Mr. Alert. You don't want me to showcase your Kutuzov replay? Well, just let me know. If it's okay, I'll load it up. Sure. All right, here we go, guys. And once again, lordzathma@gmail.com, or you can do the you can upload to replayswows.com and send the link in that way. Lurt's getting a little nervous here. That's cool. Seabear, I'm just curious. You and I have played a lot lately. Do I sound any different? I've modified my mic a little bit to try to resolve some issues with reverberation, especially. I'm just curious. Okay, needed main battery hits. Yeah, well, Kutuzov is a good choice for that. Oh, and look at you, sir. Top tier. Nice. All right, so we're gonna do our characteristic stuff. I apologize. I have a little bit of a cough or whatever. I'm trying to fight my way through. And by the way, I want to say thank you, Lurk, because I need screenshots of the Kutuzov for the wiki. So I'm probably going to go back through this game later and, you know, check that out. Oh, you're right. I got to turn that off. Thank you. See, that's why I like doing this live, because then I can, you know, I can do that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, so I'm going to go back through here later and use some of these screenshots of yours from your replay here. And they get to go up on the wiki. Isn't that exciting? Alright, let's get my traditional screenshots. Now, the Kutuzov, Tier 8 Russian Premium Cruiser, which will probably never be sold again. Hey, Ducky. So yeah, so this has insane range, 19.1 kilometer range. It's just stupid, right? 10.1, or is that 11.1? I can't remember. Kilometer consumed. I think it's 11.1. And you've got the ability to smoke yourself. So you can just, you know, smoke yourself up and rain death for days. Well, at least until your smoke runs out. So that comes in very handy. Ducky, I'm not live streaming an actual battle. I'm live streaming a replay, and actually we're watching Lurt, who's in the chat right now. We're watching his replay that he sent in earlier. If you've got a replay, Ducky, you want to send my way, go right ahead, and I'll comment on it live in front of a studio audience. Now, you can see, and Lurt is really good at looking at the mini-map, right? So you can see that the enemy is pushing mostly C, or enemy, your team is pushing mainly C, and there's a bunch of ships over at B, so I think going BC makes perfect sense here. I think they start getting good British battleships. Oh, really? Someone's not happy with their British battleship? Huh. It's, that's unfortunate, but oh well. Ooh, a Leon replay. Yeah, I could definitely showcase that. The new Tier 7 French Battleship of Wind. Now, Lurt has priority target. He can tell that he is being focused by 2 ships now. 3 ships now. And you have to be really careful with this ship. It's got pretty decent maneuverability, but it's an incredibly long ship. And it can get citadeled very easily, like by this New Orleans. Now, New Orleans has radar, and you have to keep that in mind. That's 10-kilometer radar, I think, or is it 9? At Tier 8, I think it's 9, actually. And so, you know, you have to... You can't smoke here, because you know he'll just radar you. Hey, Ken, how's it going, man? Oh! That was awesome. Charles Martel saying goodbye. Now you're detected by air. Okay, probably the Queen Elizabeth's catapult fighter, and there it goes. You've got a hipper that's possibly going A side, but I kind of like what you're doing here. You're going for the flank at this point. You kind of got turned around, and the Kutuzov is a really good flanking ship. It's really good at kind of just sitting in the back there, setting the world on fire, and just laughing. Some people consider it to be more overpowered than the Belfast, because you've got the torpedoes with you and that sort of thing. Things that are weaknesses, look at the number of smokes available, smoke charges. Not as many as Belfast, and the smokes don't last as long if I recall correctly. So you have to be careful with your timing and your usage of smoke. You notice that Lurt hasn't used a smoke yet. And I have a strong suspicion that he's waiting until he gets focused by, like, 6 ships before he says, I'm gonna smoke up now. Alright. Ducky, I just saw you sent me that replay, thank you. We'll check it out next. Alright, one person targeting you. It's kind of interesting now, you're leading the charge into A. Look at your teammates behind you. Lurt's just sitting there like, whatever. Oh, now you're smoking up. Cool. Now, I'm gonna pause for a second. You have to be careful because when you're smoking up now, there is a change that's been done to the game, and that is that if you smoke up and you start shooting out of that smoke, you actually have a gun bloom. It's now obviously nowhere near the gun bloom that you have outside. In other words, when Lurt fires, his visibility goes all the way to the maximum range of his guns, which is like basically setting up a flare, with this ship. But with him in smoke, that visibility goes up only to 7.7 kilometers. Now, I want to mention that because a lot of people, and I saw this in ranked battles, a lot of people sat in their Kutuzov, smoked up, and then allowed me or somebody else in the destroyer just to sneak up on them and say hello, and basically use their smoke against them. If Lurt gets detected in this smoke screen right now, he will be spotted for 20 seconds. That's more than enough time for any battleship to turn and fire its guns at him, cruisers to open up, etc., etc. And so what happens, especially if you've got like a destroyer, like say right here, you end up using the, you end up basically having the smoke used against you. So you have to be careful with that, but if you look at this, and I'm sure Lurt noticed this too, both destroyers are on the other side of the map, so you don't have to worry about it too much. So, that's how it works. Real quick, hello, Mr. Helicopter Rescue, and I am sure, Ken, that Lurt is running IFHE, and Lurt says, yep. And yes, my replay theater is live. I'm trying something new, man. I'm trying to do this streaming, and then of course I'll pop them up on this, on the YouTube site later. And you have to be careful. New Mexico, 8.1 kilometers. And look at this Charles Martel. What a champ. Getting in your way. And you're sitting here, I'm sure, just like, come on, get out of here. Oh, cheeky shot. Look, you just got detected. And see what I mean? There's that 7.7 kilometer detectability working against you. But Lurt looking at this and saying, I don't freaking care. Ooh, boy, that's huge. New Mexico just saved your bacon. And unfortunately, you're gonna drift out of the smoke, but it doesn't matter because Queen Elizabeth goes down. So we see there a bit of a mistake that was made, and you guys saw the result of that mistake. He survived. But you have to be really careful, especially if you're gonna play the Kutuzov in the old style. And the old style of the Kutuzov is where you jump in front of the enemy push, plop down your smoke like a, like you're digging a trench, and just machine gunning the crap out of everybody. And you really can't do that anymore because of the 7.7 kilometer smoke screen detection. So just something to keep in mind. Cool. Seabear, I just saw you sent me a replay as well. Thank you. And now here's when you're really exposed, right? Your smoke is on cooldown. You've got 50 seconds remaining before you can smoke again. And you have to hope that the enemy team doesn't care. And sure enough, right now they just don't, which is kind of hilarious. Yeah, seal clubbing and a kudu, right? Absolutely. I wonder, can I tell the number of... No, I can't. Can't see the number of shatters, but look at all those guns shattering. Yeah, I agree, Lurt. They were definitely shooting at people that were closer, and look at the Atlanta. Like, why wouldn't you shoot that Atlanta? Look where he is. He's just sitting there broadside to everybody. I mean, what? I mean, high quality bait right there. Alright, your smoke's available again, so if they decide that they don't like being shot at by you, you can just smoke up and keep shooting at them. Ah, boy. That's what makes this this ship so fun, so overpowered, so stupid good. So, guys, if you ever have a chance to win, earn, whatever, a Kutuzov, I mean, do everything in your power to get one. This is by far one of the most overpowered ships in the game. You're kind of seeing it right now, why that's the case. And, did the Atlanta die? No? What? What? He's still alive? What? Alright, so now you've got the New Orleans that's coming into play here, and you're switching to AP. Good, I was just about to comment on that. Oh, you're taking a bit of an AP chunk here, but okay. You got 3 people targeting you. It might be a good idea to slow down and smoke up now. Just saying. Oh, nice citadels. Kutuzov AP is actually pretty decent at closer range. There you go. 4 people targeting you now. Is this the point where Alert just says, I win, so I don't care anymore? No regard for my life. Ognivoy torpedoed and flooded the Amagi. Nice. This is pretty hilarious. It looks like 2 of them just gave up shooting you. You're behind the island so they can't hit you. Nice. Very good, very smart positioning. Lurk? Lurk just said in the chat he was half asleep at this point. Oh man, we've all been there. Speaking of which, how'd you guys enjoy clan battles last night being 4.5 hours long instead of 3.5? I'll tell you what, we were all kind of... We were starting to get a little on the burned out side, huh? It was pretty crazy. Too busy watching the Olympics? What? And also, what? The New Mexico fired HE at you. You would have been dead if he was, like... What? Ducky, I call it 4.5 because if you get into that game at the last, with like 2 minutes to go, like we did last night, we got one last game going, got in the queue 2 minutes, boom, got in the game. That can go up to 20 minutes, so I look at it as 4.5 hours instead of 3.5 hours. Oh no! Here's your panic smoke. Yeah, you did torp, okay. And we're gonna watch you go down, but that's okay because you're gonna extend the match for your team. Oh, Alert, nice job. Look as you continue to tick up in your smoke, in your damage. I'm gonna, you know what? Now that we've got this opportunity, I'm gonna take a picture of you dying, and I think I'm gonna make that. I think I'll make that my cover slide, and I'm gonna force you to watch right now. Look at that, huh? I don't think, does it say? It does say Kutuzov on the back. All right, so let's get a shot here of you going down on fire. A little bit more. Replays are fun. Here we go. All right, so we know he's gonna die. We know he's gonna win. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the game just a little bit. Does it even matter? Pew 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 pew. And game over. Oh boy, that was quick. Well, Lurt, thanks for sending that replay in. Very much appreciate it, and I'm definitely looking forward to using some more of the screenshots from that for my wiki. And I'm gonna make a new folder in my folder here. So bear with me for a second. Called wiki, so that I can take that screenshot and put it to the wiki there. That way my boss, aka Sea Raptor, and Pigeon of War can be happy. Alright, so let's see. I got Sea Bear sent me a replay, and Ducky Shot sent me a replay. So here's what I need you guys to tell me in chat right now. I've got a Shores battle, and I've got, what is this one? Oh, this is the Leon. So which would you guys prefer to see, the Shores or the Leon? Ken wants to see the new hotness. So that makes perfect sense here. Let me go over and to my downloads folder.